Welcome to my second episode in my Questions for Theists series. This one's a 2-for-1 because I have one question that is not specifically for theists. It's not the main question. I was just wondering it, so I figured I'd put it in one of the videos and mix it in. So the first question, and this is for everyone, theists, atheists, non-theists, whatever you want to call yourself, this is for everyone. If and when you debate about theism or atheism, do you enter the debate with an open mind and try to understand the other point of view? Or do you only do it to try to argue your point and try to show everyone the truth that you believe? I know there are people of all kinds. There are people that go on, Christians that try to convert atheists to Christianity, atheists that try to convert Hindus to atheism, and everyone tries to convert everyone. And at the same time, there are people like me who enter the debate to try to show their point of view and understand the other people's point of view. So I was just kind of wondering how many people go in as converters and how many people go in as learners. I thought it would be something interesting to find out. But now, on to the real question. Get a drum roll there. The real question, and I'm sure you've heard this before if you've listened to any of the atheist-theist debates, is, and once again this is just for the theists, who created God? I've heard a couple of times that this is not a valid question, and I don't seem to understand why it's not. Because the idea, and of course this is only in reference to the first cause argument, the idea is that everything has a beginning, and therefore the universe must have a beginning, and so the first cause of the universe must be God. Or is possible to be God, but it's in support of God. So then the question, who created God, becomes relevant, because you begin with the assumption that everything has a beginning. And if everything has a beginning, then God must also have a beginning. And so if God has a beginning, he is no longer the first cause, and the entire argument is completely moot. And then you also have the problem that if you can say everything has a beginning except God, then you're making exceptions to your rule. So what makes God the exception as opposed to everything has a beginning except the entire universe itself? Or everything within the universe has a beginning? Things like that. Why can't the universe itself be the exception as opposed to God? And this is, of course, arguing directly from the first cause argument, not assuming anything else about God except that he's the first cause. Why is he the exception? So the question is, who created God? And I just want to hear everyone's answers. Because I've heard people say that God created himself, which I don't see how something that doesn't exist can make itself exist without first existing, if that made any sense. And then I've heard that God just always was, which, once again, if God always was, why couldn't the universe always be? And I've heard, I think this was a joke, but I'm not sure, that a greater God created lesser gods, and one of the lesser gods is the God of this universe. I'm not sure if that was a joke or if it was an actually proposed theory, but as you can see, there are many different ideas out there, and I want to see what the most common answer is.